Hello everyone, the Army of Otters here, and welcome back to the Unexplored Capital Wasteland. Today we're going to be checking out Broadcast Tower KB5, along with some of the surrounding area, including the Raider Wreckage Fortifications and the Overlook Raider Shack. Now, the latter of the two are unmarked locations, but Broadcast Tower KB5 is a marked location. As you can see here on the minimap, it's located in the far northwest corner of the map, east of Satcom Array, in W07C, west of Deathclaw Sanctuary, and just south of where we were last time. Now, as we approach from the north, we will find this billboard alongside the road, kind of this dual billboard setup, which is a bit interesting. So maybe this road had a lot of traffic on it back in the pre-war era. As we approach the broadcast tower, there's a chance for a random encounter. I had two rad scorpions attacking a wastelander, but there was really nothing on them, so this kind of a weird encounter, that poor wastelander. And if we activate the switch underneath the broadcast tower, we will receive signal Alpha Lima. And at this point in our journey across the Capital Wasteland, there's several towers just like this, and they all kind of say the same thing, calling all stations, any stations. This is the station's ID, and then invitation to transmit. However, if we head to the southeast of the tower, we can find a drainage pipe, which is where the signal is coming from. If we open up this door, the next door will have a skeleton in front of it, along with a 10mm pistol, a lockpick or a bobby pin, and then tumblers today. And this person, we can assume, was trying to break into this room, which may have been an old survivor shelter from a long time ago when the bombs fell. There appears to be some kind of woman in here, this skeleton, and if we activate the radio, we can turn off the signal. So perhaps this man was trying to break into this room, and the woman was just trying to stay safe after the bombs fell, but they both died, we can assume maybe to radiation. Then if we head to the southwest of the broadcast tower, we can find several raiders. These are the raider fortifications that are up along this mountain towards the broadcast tower. Now, if you attack from above like I am, this is actually a pretty easy fight because you have the high ground. So using the scoped 44, I was able to take care of business relatively easily. However, if you were to come from beneath, I think this would be actually quite a difficult fight. You have a guy with missile launchers. A lot of these guys are pretty well armed. So, be careful if you come from below, which you might, because at the bottom of here is a highway, and there is a truck that contains a very interesting encounter with a scientist that will kill himself. So if you're interested in the exploding scientist truck or SATCOM array in W-07C, I'll link that video in the description below. And after we've cleared out all of the raiders along these fortifications, we can head on over to here and we can start looting. Now, there really isn't a whole lot of loot within these fortifications. There's just some ammunition boxes, some grenade boxes, so definitely make sure to look around and grab what you can find. Now, on the fortification that's the highest up on the mountain, we can actually find a somewhat decent find. Now, there is a first aid kit and a super sledge, so, you might be interested in that. Bobby pin, some stim packs, all of that is good. Now, if we look to our left, hidden inside of a box, underneath the table there with the tin cans inside of it, we can find a copy of Grognak the Barbarian. It's pretty well hidden inside of there, and if you didn't know to look, you might easily missed it, but it is there if you need it. Now, if we head on over to the northwest, we will find an abandoned house. This is the Raider Overlook. Now here, this provides a very good overlook of the surrounding area, and I'm kind of surprised the Enclave would not have taken a position here. Perhaps the Raiders are just too much for them, I don't really know. But anyways, kill all of the Raiders. They were only armed with melee weapons besides like one of them, plus their dog, so pretty easy fight. Head on down and we have some interesting graffiti on the side of the house. And as we enter, we can find some pretty good loot. Inside of the bathtub, there is a mini nuke. That skeleton was pissed off that we took that mini nuke, but hey, he's dead, I guess. There's 3 ammunition crates besides the fireplace, so definitely make sure to take a look and get what ammunition you can. In the back, there is another crate. I just looked to see if there's anything. There is not. And then there's a copy of Tumblers Today on this shelf, so really good find. Then, if we head even further to the northeast, we will find these crashed cars alongside this rock. If you look below you, there will be this kind of dry pond or dry lake, and then there is a dead wastelander by this car. And if we loot him, we find a note called Almost Home. And reading this note has a pretty tragic kind of story, and it reads, "It seems like I've been out here scavenging forever. I'm ready to head home soon, though. I've got just enough to keep Paulina, Cress, and me going for another week." So obviously, whoever this wastelander was, he was on his way back home relatively recently, considering the state of his body, but he never made it home. It's unclear who Paulina or Cress is, but perhaps they're out there waiting for the return of their husband or their brother or their friend, who knows. If we continue even further northeast from the dead wastelander, we will find this random bathtub in the middle of nowhere. And inside this bathtub is a mini nuke, so definitely grab that. The skeleton was also pissed off that I took his mini nuke. Man, these damn skeletons. And I think that pretty much sums up Broadcast Tower KB5. This is a really cool location to explore. There's a lot going on in the surrounding area. And honestly, the northwestern part of the map has just been a ton of fun to explore. It's a bit different than the rest of the Capital Wasteland, and I really enjoy kind of the exploration and the survival element that is present here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have a recommendation for a future location or future video, please post them in the comments section below. And as always, until next time.